You know, it all started on this sunny afternoon at the Newport Golf Club, down in that ritzy part of Connecticut where the air smells like old money and fresh-cut grass. I'd driven my mom, Evelyn, there for what was supposed to be a simple lunch celebrating the biggest deal of my life, a $750 million merger between my tech startup, Harper Networks, and the Beaumont Empire, run by this powerhouse family who'd built their fortune on real estate and investments back in the day. Mom stepped out of our old reliable SUV, looking sharp in her Sunday best of floral dress she'd saved for special occasions, hat tilted just so, carrying herself with that quiet grace she'd earned scrubbing floors and raising me solo after Dad passed when I was 10 in right there on the steps. This club attendant blocks her path, says something like, "Ma'am, service entrance is around back," assuming she was help, not a guest. Then, from the terrace, Margaret Beaumont, the iron-fisted matriarch in her pearls and designer blouse, pipes up loud enough for everyone to hear. "Good Lord, are we inviting the janitorial staff to lunch now?" Her voice dripping with that entitled sarcasm, like Mom was some intruder crashing their exclusive world, and the whole patio chuckles awkwardly. But I see Mom's shoulders tense, her smile falter just a bit, and something inside me snaps, because this wasn't just a mix-up, it was the same old crap Mom had dealt with her whole life, from bus rides in segregated neighborhoods to being overlooked in stores, all because of her skin color and where we came from, a working-class block in Hartford where folks like the Beaumonts never set foot. I was mid-toast inside, champagne in hand, about to ink the deal that would have set my company up for generations. Harper Networks had grown from a garage setup fixing neighborhood Wi-Fi to a national cybersecurity firm, and merging with Beaumont meant global reach. But as I watched from across the lawn, that fire built up, the kind that comes from years of seeing Mom swallow insults to keep food on the table, sacrificing so she could send me to community college on scholarships. I set my glass down, clink. Real deliberate, and walked over, placed a hand on Mom's arm, whispered, "You good?" She nodded, eyes steady but hurt. "Don't make a scene, Jamal. This is your day." But I shook my head, turned to the attendant, voice calm but cutting. "This is my mother, the woman who built the man about to save your boss's sinking ship." And the lady stammers apologies, face red as a beet. Then I escort Mom back to the car, help her in like she deserved, and as I shut the door, she grabs my sleeve. "Baby, don't throw it all away over me." But I leaned in. "Ma, you're worth more than any deal." And that was I marched back inside, the room buzzing with confusion, and stood at the head of the table, hands on the chair back, looking Margaret dead in the eye as she sips her wine like nothing happened. "Folks, this merger? It's off," I said, and the murmurs erupt. Her son, Elliot, jumps in with a nervous laugh. "Come on, Jamal. It was a joke. Let's not overreact." But Margaret smirks. "Surely you're not letting a little misunderstanding derail everything we've built?" Pride fades when the bills come due. I sat down slow, folded my hands. "Misunderstanding? You humiliated the strongest person I know, the one who taught me integrity over invoices. And if that's how you do business, treating people like dirt based on assumptions rooted in your outdated prejudices, thinking your wealth shields you from consequences, then yeah, I'm walking, because some chains come disguised as contracts, and I won't wear 'em." The fallout hit like a stormy evening. A whisper from a waiter leaked to a local blog, and boom, headlines exploded. Black CEO dumps $750 million deal after Mom insulted by white tycoon family. And suddenly my phone's blowing up with support from strangers. Warehouse techs sharing stories of being sidelined. Old classmates saying, "You did what we all dream of." But inside, it wasn't all cheers. My CFO, Lena, pulled me aside next day. "Jamal, we needed that cash for expansion. Investors are freaking. And your cousin Ray's furious. Thinks you robbed the family legacy over ego." Ray cornered me at our usual diner spot, napkin sketches from our startup days still fresh in mind. "Man, this was our ticket out, kids' college funds. Everything in you bail because Aunt Evelyn got side-eyed? That's her battle, not ours." I leaned in, voice low. "It was ours the second they dismissed her like she didn't belong. Like our roots make us less, and if we build on that silence, what are we handing down? A company rotten at the core." He shook his head, stormed out, but deep down, I felt that gnawing doubt. Had I gone too far, trading stability for a principle? Meanwhile, the Beaumonts scrambled in their marble boardroom. I got an anonymous tip from their ex-lawyer. They're digging dirt, framing you as hot-headed, suing for breach. So I fought back, not with lawyers first, but stories videos from my team. Mom speaking soft on camera. I didn't raise Jamal to chase money with blinders on. Some paths cost your soul. It backfired on them. Spectacularly old complaints surfaced, like how they'd stiffed a groundskeeper, old Mr. Torres, out of his pension after decades, just to cut costs. All because he pushed back on their know your place vibes. And suddenly their polished image cracked. Partnerships fled. Elliot even whispered to me later, Mom's stubbornness is killing usury, doesn't come easy to her generation. But the real turn came when Mom fainted at her book club, rushed to the ER. Doc saying heart murmur from years of stress, and sitting by her bed, holding her hand, feeling that fragile pulse. I broke a little, thinking of all she'd endured quietly, from widowhood to racism, just to give me wings. Jamal, she said weakly, smiling through it. Don't wait to live right, build something that outlasts the hurt. Inspired, I launched the Evelyn Fund, helping working folks with health aid, education grants, community hubs. No fanfare, just real change, and it grew wild, drawing partners who saw value in ethics over exploitation. Fast forward, at our first big event in Hartford, warehouse families mingling like equals, kids laughing, and there was Margaret, uninvited but showing up pale, cornering me outside. You ruined us with your dramatic Scalvi bin partners. Her voice bitter, mired in that old grudge over losing control to upstarts like me. I just shrugged. Ruined? Or exposed? Your empire stood on stepping on folks like my mom. Time caught up. She walked away defeated, her sons later ousting her from the board, the family name now a cautionary tale. Mom passed peacefully last spring, but her legacy? It's in every grant, every empowered worker, proving dignity wins long term. Yet, looking back, I wonder, was walking away truly justice, or just my pride talking? Could we have reformed from inside, or was burning bridges the only way? What do you think? Share below if you'd have signed or walked, and where you're from. Let's talk real about these community clashes, because stories like this, they hit home everywhere.